So today's project on my 2003 Mitsubishi Montero is going to replace the spring clock behind the steering wheel. I've been having issue with my cruise control button not working, and it will only work when I have the steering wheel turn. But when it's positioned straight, this cruise indicator doesn't want to turn on. So did some research. Turns out if that's the symptom, then you're gonna want to replace one of these. I'll include the part number in the description below. So should be pretty straightforward. First thing first, remember to disconnect the battery when you're working with airbag, anything that touch the airbag. So let's get to it. Tools you need, they're pretty simple, just different types of screwdrivers for the steering wheel column panels, flathead, just make prying easily, and then you're gonna need an 8mm Allen key. There's a lock on the side of the steering wheel that you need to, or a bolt that you need to unbolt so that the steering wheel come loose, and just to disconnect my battery. So first thing, there are 3 screws. Before we continue, also make sure that your steering wheel is in straight position, so that way when you remove it and when you put the steering wheel back on, it's easier to locate the straight point of the steering wheel. Okay, so right now we already removed all the plastic cover. We have some, let's see here. We have some connections that we need to disconnect here. So there's this one and that one. So there's this two. Just break this open. Alright, so that's all the connectors to the steering wheel removed. There are two connectors, black and yellow, right here, and then there are three more under the behind the steering wheel cover. There's this yellow one, black one, and there's this another black one right here. Okay, so to remove is pretty easy. This yellow one right here, it has this green clip, so you just pry it open and then push the pin and then it'll slide out. This one, push the pin and slide out. This one is just pull this to and it'll come apart. This one has this pin right here that you press right here, and then it will just slide out. And then this yellow one, there's this pin too that you actually pull, and then it will just slide out. So pretty simple. Shouldn't require too much fight to remove the 5 connectors. So now we're gonna remove the steering wheel. Alright, so now to remove the steering wheel, you're gonna need this 8mm Allen. And there's this hole right here. Mine just happened not to have cover. Maybe some other model will have cover, but you just stick it in all the way. Okay, and then you just turn it counterclockwise to undo the bolt, and we'll see how it goes from there. And just like that, comes off. Alright, now that the steering wheel is off, all you gotta do now is just to undo 2 bolts, this one and that one. So let's just do that. And this assembly, so just slide out. There is one more tab right here, so you press that and then slide it out. Everything should just come out. And that's our old unit right here. This installation is the reverse of the removal process. So here's your new unit. Make sure it will only go in one way. Make sure they're all lined up. So the bolt up here and the bolt on there. Alright, so you tighten that bolt. This bolt right here. Alright, so the other thing that you want to make sure you have is that there's this plug down here for the cruise control unit. So you want to take out the old plug from the old unit, and this is what you're going to use on your new unit to connect it to your steering wheel. Right. So it should clip in like that. Alright, it's in. So now make sure you remove this before you install your steering wheel back. So just like that. So now all that left is just plugging everything back. We got the yellow one. There you go. And then there's 3 plugs going back to your steering wheel. Alright. Plug everything back together. Now we just need to put the cover back and put this cover on the steering wheel column back to connect the battery and see if the cruise control works now. Alright, so here's moment of truth. Yay. We're back. And just to show you what happened with my old unit. This came apart as I was taking it out. So, and this is the plug for the cruise control unit. Just rip apart like that. So that's why my cruise control didn't work. So hopefully you guys find this helpful. You can put a comment down below if you have any question.